Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be here. I bring you greetings from the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, the place of the birthright of our country, the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and the place where our Constitution, U.S. Constitution, was initiated. I also bring you greetings on behalf of our Superintendent, Dr. Tony B. Watlerton Sr., who could not be here today. And let me tell you, this is my first time being here at YNI, but certainly it will not be my last. I must admit that I have been blown away by the learning that is taking place, not only from all of you, but from our wonderful educators in the school district of Philadelphia, Alima and Tyrese and Anna and Chloe. Can we give them a hand, please? Or better known as TJ, excuse me, all right? And to our wonderful student, Shakay, who did an awesome job in rounding out the student presentations on yesterday. Can we give her a hand? Now, Doc, you start to say something, and the teachers over there were beginning to write something, and I had to remind them, Dr. Green, that we also have a buyback too, because, you know, we're right next door to Delaware, and I told them we're not moving, anyone is not leaving and going across that state line. We want to keep, and I also want to thank our good friends from the Teacher Institute from Philadelphia, our partners in this work, in the partnership with the University of Pennsylvania and also Temple University, Ed Epstein, also Amir, and also Devin. Can we give them a hand? So, what did we talk about as relates to the School District of Philadelphia and this work? I am dedicated from the first session that I sat in on yesterday. I am the deputy superintendent, so I work directly with our superintendent. They were very strategic, and if he couldn't come, bring the next person in line to support this work. And as I heard the conversations going on yesterday, so my good friend mentioned that I stated in our group of district leaders around this work, so I'm constantly thinking about how can we strategically abandon as we add things to teachers' plate. It is so important that we take something off the plate at the same time. So we are looking at that in our district. In our district, we also have what we call the 5 pillars, and this aligns to this work, especially pillar number 1, and that is to ensure that we have a highly qualified, well-stable, and supported teacher over time. We know that if we do that and we support them, coupled with a highly effective, well-stable, highly supported principal over time, that we can move the needle. And when I see these educators from the School District of Philadelphia, I am just fired up and ready to go to talk about how can we look to take this to scale, to expand this work with YNI in the School District of Philadelphia, because our goal is to be the fastest improving large urban school district in the nation. And when we have these educators that we have in this room representing our district, we need more of them. So what are some pillars of things that we are going to implement in the School District of Philadelphia based off these learnings from YNI? Thank you so much for asking. Very good question. Number 1, we are going to, I've asked this team, I've asked Ed if he can partner with me, because I don't think everyone in our district is fully aware of this work, and in order for you to really get buy-in, we have to make sure that everyone across the board understands the power of this work and what it can mean for our teachers. We've rolled out a new curriculum in ELA and math across our district, and I do have the scars to prove it. They're hidden under this jacket right now. But some of the rub for us is some of our teachers are concerned about the taking away of their creativity and some of their autonomy. And I have been grappling the last few days on how are we going to address this, and I got the answer when I came to YNI. The way that we can do that is, 1, we're going to bring these group of teachers to share with my leadership team, the academics team, that covers almost everything in the district that's academically focused, to share their work, similar to what the professors did today, have that one pager about the work that they've done, have our student who presented yesterday to tell that story so that one, people can understand what this work is. And then two, from there, we're going to look at our current scope and sequence of our work and how we're rolling out the curriculum. We're going to take the work and these units from YNI, and we're going to create a crosswalk for our teachers to see that when you get to these portions of the curriculum, you also have these additional lessons that have been peer reviewed, created by our teachers in our district, not teacher paid teachers, but Philly for Philly, teachers who've gone to Yale, who have vetted lessons from these Ivy League institutions, and how can you use these lessons as substitutes or in addition to the core curriculum. We have agreed with our partners at TIP that we are going to have an alignment of what that all of our curriculum for the year align with all of the units that have been created by all of our wonderful teachers in YNI, and see where they align so that we can have those lessons to give out to our teachers. The other piece that is already in place with the Teachers Institute of Philadelphia is this community of practice. How are we going to provide support and PD to those teachers who not only hear of these lessons, but to have these wonderful educators to model that in the PD for the teachers as they practice these units before they go live in front of their students. The fourth thing that we're going to do is provide PD for our novice teachers. In the state of Pennsylvania, there's been a 70% decline in universities' production of future educators. 70% decline. About an average of 40% of our teachers in our school district are novice teachers, or what we call emergency cert teachers. And so they do not have always the pedagogical skills to be able to implement. But when you have lessons and teachers like we have in YNI from Philadelphia, we're going to use their talents to help support our novice teachers in how to bring that creativity in their classroom. We understand that we have a structure and a framework that we must work from in the school district of Philadelphia, but I call it freedom within a framework. So this is the structure, this is the framework that we must have, but there should always be a level of autonomy, teacher autonomy, and creativity and agency from our teachers that we're going to help to make sure that is infused. And then the last piece of that is that we're going to amplify this work so that many of our teachers who are veteran teachers, who already know this profession, who already know how to teach at high levels, but yet need something to remind them or to bring them back to the love that they once felt when they first came into the classroom. That's what YNI has done for our teachers. This is what they're telling me, and you don't have to tell me twice. I hear you the first time you tell me. And how can we identify who are those educators who, just like Anna and Chloe and TJ and Alima, how can we get them to come to the table to be a part of this work, and we back them and support them in the school district of Philadelphia, because we believe, as I take my seat, is that no one of us knows what all of us know. And if we come together, if we support together, then we know that we will get the greater outcomes for our students. And I will make sure that I convince my superintendent that I am the one that need to come back to YNI next year. Have a good one.